So a recent study did say that men with beards are considered less trustworthy than men without.
Women, I'm putting the ball in your court.
Hey, okay.
Right? You tell us, does it hurt more to get cheated on from a man with a beard or without a beard? Without the beard. It's for you to let us know.
The mics are blood clot open. Check, check, check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
But yeah, welcome back. The mics are open. My name is Neville.
My name is G Money.
And I don't know what episode this is. Episode?
It's the next one.
So just the next, exactly. So just to give you a heads up, Ashley will walk in at any time anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And it's good. What going, guys?
Yeah, we're good.
All is well?
Easy.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
The boys.
This gives me so much energy, man.
Man.
Gee, we used to. Let me tell you, one thing I love hearing is, okay, maybe not for you, but something I love hearing is guys say, yo, when I look at G looks like someone who is so, like, he looks like he could beat you up. Like his face just says, don't play around with me. Like, don't piss me off.
He looks like a softie.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know the craziest thing? I hear that a lot.
You hear that a lot, yes.
I hear it a lot.
So I met someone who said that, and he asked me such a beautiful question. He was like, how did you guys manage to work with G when you guys were starting off? And I was like, yo, it wasn't easy.
You need tough skin, bro.
Let me tell you, it wasn't, especially G at first. He, you know, when you're getting like, when you're getting used to someone, you don't know his true behaviors yet. So at first, you don't know G's tipping point until you get there. And then when you get there,
crossover.
yeah, you know, like simple things like talking over each other or like some radio etiquette, you know, simple things like that. G would get pissed off, and us as the rookies in the game, we don't understand. But now being in different positions, you're like, wow, G, valuable lessons you did teach us.
Still talking over each other.
And we still do it,
you know. But yeah, so it's such a good thing. But yes, G is you know, as Andy put it, softy.
I think I'm one of the softest people. Like I just think that like see, we've all just mellowed, man. Like we've all just grown into ourselves. Yeah, I mean, we've all just mellowed. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But how do you think it has been for people around us, like guys like us now?
Right.
Having to get in the game, and we're directly now but under you, you know, you're like now a mentor, you're the one who is in. How do you think it is for us to keep up with that, or to stay in that space and flourish?
I think for me, looking back at those times, I feel that. Oh, thank you. I feel that for you guys at that moment, it could have been a bit rough because
a bit, bro.
But see, on many levels, like it could have been a bit rough because you see, also it's like I'm putting myself in your position, right? I remember when I was coming up in the game, and there were the people who they weren't mentors, but they were like supposed to be the mentors.
Yeah.
And I used to look up to them, and then I looked at them, and I go be funny. It's like I used to be like, why are you not giving us like such a hard time?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then in hindsight, I realized that, especially when it comes to events, guys were very harsh on events and very meticulous.
Yeah.
But then now when I started to do events myself, I was like, oh,
there's a reason.
I get it
now.
Yeah. So it's hard, but I think also what I hope that I've been successful at is communicating without malice. You get?
Yeah.
So you, by all rights, G's an asshole, or he spoke to us so hard, or he was so mad, but there was no I hate you guys behind it, you know. It was in the moment. So
yeah, and I feel as if that was now the best part of it, because I always say this, and it's a thing me and Andy always say, we're glad we had you as a mentor. I can't imagine if we had someone else. I don't want to throw out names out there, but if we had other people...
It's just say Calvin if you want to.
You're
Big
sitting in
C,
his
Mimi.
seat for crying out loud.
They said it. So it's one of them ones where I'm glad we had, a destiny connector or someone who, had the right
That's the one,
mindset, had,
yeah, destiny
was
connector.
level-headed enough and had the right connections and, could do the right things and teach us the ways, Because
And buy us breakfast every day.
exactly. Some of us were not used to such life, until you get used to. But G, you mentioned being pressured and having a hard time at events. And we can clearly tell that Happy New Month, first of all, but it is event season.
Oh my god.
It's like
It is.
October is here. It's like the Friday of the year. It's just like,
Bro, let me tell
Q4,
you.
bro. Q4.
yeah, Q4. Ni kuenda.
Q4, there are so many events that are scheduled that obviously we know because we're in the background.
Yeah.
It's madness. Get your money ready because all of your favorite artists that you've been crying about all year
They want
are
Kenya.
on the way. Especially like if you love dancehall music,
That's it, you have
Yeah.
to get us into that one.
Shenzia.
Yeah, you have.
If I they
Yeah,
have
that back.
We've not asked for a lot.
We've not
from
asked for a
this
lot
life.
recently. We've not asked for a lot, but there are some things. Just be like my boys. I know we are from far. Let's
After
do this
this, we are
together.
good, we are even.
We are even for the year.
I'll see. I mean, like I said, they had reached out and I had given them a price, and apparently the price was a bit scary, but
Yeah, don't be too sexy
We'll-
for them.
we'll
Be
go
for
big.
us.
Too sexy.
For us.
no. We'll negotiate. I don't mind. I mean, I've never met Shenzia. I know her manager, stroke whatever, Ramesh. I've met him before, but I've never met her. So it'd be interesting.
Aye.
Yeah, man, I'm
But
ready
yeah,
for
don't
it.
do the most when you meet. Just say hi, Wagwan, and then,
And then be
I
like,
will.
Get
my
out of the way,
my
get out of the
boys,
way.
I wanna introduce you
It's
to
a
some-
alley-oop, just get out of the way.
Our boxers are ready.
But have you noticed that since the genius has been back into dancehall music, making beats, how like he's been able to elevate? Because
Yeah.
Hit and Run took her
that
from
was
here
Yeah.
to here. She was doing good,
Yeah.
but like back in the clubs.
Yes, yes.
Hit and Run just took her straight up into the clubs in the higher sides.
Yeah, true. And I also love the fact that now with social media, artists and producers like the Genius show us the ways and the process. Some of us are
making a song.
interested in the process of making the song. Because when you listen to Hit and Run with Masika, when you listen to the song, he when he breaks it down, you even fall in love with the song some more. You know, because it's such a beautiful experience just hearing an artist and blending it together, seeing the creativity also of the producer, come into effect and such an amazing.
I saw a part where Steven was like he'd hummed the melody into his phone or something,
Yep.
and then to hear how close it was to the finish. I got to give you guys props as well because I was hating last week or the week before in Vybz Kartel.
You're always hating, bro. You're always
was about to
Our
say.
ethical, our in-house ethical hater.
You know
Tell
what?
us, what do I-
You know, I was saying that I just want Cartel to disappear, come back, give us a great performance.
Yeah.
No, I want to see every minute detail of his life now. He's giving me. Listen.
Finally.
Cartel is giving me jokes.
Kiss me, baby.
You know what?
So much personality.
I know. We never knew.
We never knew.
We thought it was
I love
gangster. We couldn't laugh. The
A man
jokes
of
he
few
made.
words.
His
Yeah.
kids being there, little Addy and whatnot. Football. Like just seeing this whole Vybz Kartel, like wow. All that other thing we used to say about
Yeah.
Gaza and Mavado, Guli side, all that beef. It doesn't look like that no more.
It's just like it's a different thing. Like, and then just seeing him doing like going to the clubs and going to do this rising star competition and
Yo,
like
yeah, I
no, like yesterday, right? He posted up. I think he was testing out the CCTV in his
in
house.
his house.
Yeah, man is
Bro,
busy.
he's been incarcerated.
Let him live life,
Yo.
bro.
Bro, I love the fact that even I like also how he's been reaching out and doing many interviews that we'll be hearing a lot about it. And I saw one interview with Robo where he was talking about Kenya, Uganda, and all the
Zim.
love.
Yeah.
And I know that show is gonna be mad.
Yeah.
And that promoter OG, do
The thing, man. Do the thing.
Yeah, plus also Robo, I'm sure we could get an interview because it would be dope to hear from Vybz Kartel.
Yeah,
Also, speaking of music, before we completely get lost in it, just something small I'd like to hear from you guys. What do you think the split should be between an artist and a producer? Once a song is
financial.
out, yes. Out of 100%.
Wow.
How should the split
I
look
think,
like?
I mean, for me, it's 50-50. I think that's
50-50?
Yeah.
Nah.
Why?
The list I'm accepting is 40-60, bro.
Towards the
60
artist.
to who?
60 to the artist. 40 to the producer.
I haven't really thought about, but I'm thinking, when I know that a song comprises of words and melodies and beats.
Yes.
And I think, don't quote me because I haven't really thought about this for a while. I think that from a mechanical, it's called mechanicals. That's what they call it in the industry. I think that a song is 50-50. But what it is, no, that's wrong.
And I stand corrected by the
you
way.
negotiate. You negotiate your split
sheet
up front. I think I can't honestly remember.
Yeah.
And because there's the publishing. The money's mostly in the publishing.
Okay.
So I can't exactly.
Have you been
remember.
privy to a split sheet before? Have you seen one?
I have.
I've seen a split.
Did you see the split between the producer and the artist?
Yeah, the one I saw was how G is saying, like it was a 50-50 kind of thing where as you're doing the production and you know, sometimes you don't know where the song is gonna go, but these days some producers are actually producing that the split sheet before or after the session, you know, or in between the session, or I don't know, there's a way it goes, but I have been in a session where there have been a split sheet and you know, the names and everything is broken down. And it was like a 50-50 kind of thing.
Because it doesn't have, it doesn't have to be 50-50.
Yeah, it just depends
also,
on what
sometimes like a producer can take an upfront payment and then have a reduced percentage.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I said, I used to know this thing inside out, but I've not had to think about it for so long. I can't remember. But I think the ownership of the song, like 50-50, but it doesn't mean that the split is 50-50.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about like big time producers. Like if someone like Timbaland gets into a project with Money Long, you know, like what's the splits like, you know, because Timbo is a seasoned producer.
Right.
You know, Money Long is amazing when it comes to R&B. She used to do BGVs from back in the day. She's also established and seasoned. So how do you go about it? If you pick a new artist who's really hot right now and a producer who's been in the game for such a long time, how do we split the sheets, you know? Or a new producer who's now popping and a seasoned artist. How does it go, like, you know?
So I think anything to do with that whole split of the music, because are we talking about like artists suing in Kenya or just outside or just generally?
Generally.
Right,
generally,
okay.
Yeah.
I think the key...
it could be geographical as well.
Yeah,
like
I think for us, like here, I think there's been issues because guys tend to do the work first, put the work out. You've done the song today, you've not even mastered it properly. You've sent it to Andy and Neville. Andy Neville played it. It becomes a hit song, and then you're now trying to fix it backwards. You know what I mean? I think like especially for music, and I know at the end of the day, like even in the UK, it's very important to be very clear about who's getting what and what's getting who.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? But I can't remember. I think there's different types of splits. There's mechanical and there's this other one of publishing. Because you see, the thing is, I can sell in the UK. What a lot of guys used to do is sell their publishing up front. So, for example, let's say I'm an artist and I make hits. I can go to a publishing company and say, "Yo, give me £5 million and you control my publishing for 10 years. And then those guys there, the publishers, will go out there and put your songs in movies and your songs in this and that, in games and stuff. And that's now how they begin to recoup their money, you know. So there's that ownership and then there's the publishing because, for example, my publishing might be by person A, your publishing might be by person B. One company, one group I think has really got it sussed this out, his soul. But I think they're their own publishers as well.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure, man.
Yeah, it would be good to hear also some of those gems on how they, because even I'm usually of the notion that damn, nikiwa kwa group, hii pesa tunaigawana wengi, you know.
Too many
so,
people.
too many people, but sometimes it's not even about that.
But I think, because I've noticed a few things. Like for example, when I saw Savara's brother Hila, he posted one time that he was sick. And then he showed his medical card, and it was Sauti Soul Entertainment.
Oh,
yes. So basically, it was a known company, but the like how on our ones we used to have Radio Africa.
Yeah.
Now I have individual, but
because I was about to ask, wait, now is good company gonna start giving us insurance?
Well, you never.
The
thing is, it's like for me, I took out the exact same insurance that I had at Radio Africa, but I just had to pay for it.
Okay.
But the thing is now, it's a quorum thing where the more people you have, then the easier it becomes to negotiate. Like when you're negotiating for like 3 guys, it's like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bit hectic.
So
Okay.
so with that,
Artists.
it made me think that these guys have really got their shit together. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
feel
their
like,
team now is covered up into those things.
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, and I guess as now with the new age, with technology and whatnot, it's important to want to learn about the back end and the processes and how things happen, because you don't want to get into an industry and you're wondering, damn, why am I not being paid? And when it's just clear, maybe you've not put yourself in the positions that you need to actually get paid, you know, because you might be out here wondering, hey, blah, 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 and the solution is right in front of you, you know? And that also brings in question the recent trend that we've seen with, you know, artists suing, copyright infringement, you know, all these things that have been happening in the 254, because it's a big deal right now. Guys are getting some cash.
You talk about this story with Nonini and Brian, right?
Yeah.
It's like this. It's like when you, let's say you're an influencer. We're all influencers, right? And let's say I do something and I use a particular song in that thing, right? Now, when I sign the contract from the agency or from there's a part somewhere that's gonna say you indemnify us from you say that you have the right to use the material. Now, when I send you this thing for you to sign, I'm gonna assume as the company, because companies have got big lawyers.
Yeah.
Your bread.
So they're gonna make sure that they're covering their ass.
Yeah.
So that now when it comes back to the artist and say a content creator, the world has changed. You know, back in the day, you'd never even think of being using these guys' songs because you would have no use to it. There was no TikTok, there was no IG, there was no transactions were always between the artist, the publisher, whatever. So it's different. So I feel like now, even though, you know, it's sad for this person to now be facing this lawsuit and stuff, it should serve as a benchmark for people. Because you see, it's like, I guess you have to respect people's artistic. It's like, that's like saying, I'm going to go to the Louvre and take the Mona Lisa, make a copy of it and throw it in an advert. You just can't do that.
Intellectual property.
You know, it's intellectual property, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, me throwing an event.
Chill out. Speaking of events, those guys who are walking past the security. But yeah, it was such a crazy scene. Let me just be honest.
Were you at Walkertown?
I attended for a few hours on Saturday.
Okay.
But for me, it was such a good hate watch. Being not being a part of this event and it going sour. There's something I know.
Hey, don't be that guy.
Let me
Don't be that
I'm
guy.
gonna be honest. I'm a hate watch kind of person, especially on the weekends. If my team is not doing so well,
Especially then.
Yeah. When my team is not doing especially well, I am those guys who, if I'm not attending an event and it's not popping, or if it's raining or things are not going right, I'm there at home being like, wow, this
that
bed is
unethical
cozy.
hating?
That's unethical hating. I'm different.
No, we are many of us.
But let's be honest.
No, you've never been the person, G?
No.
He's
wow.
an ethical hate.
No, I'm an ethical hater.
Yes.
No, so here's the thing.
Ethics. Yeah.
What you're saying represents a good 80% of people who don't go to events. In the sense of like,
you didn't see it going there.
No. We go to events.
No. You go to events.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Not about you. I'm talking about the
Yes.
Because many people who didn't go to Walkertown had the loudest voices on social media.
Of course. It was
And it's something with any event. Any event, when something goes wrong, it's always the people who are like, well, that's why I don't go to events, you know. That's why I don't go. Yeah, they hate watching. So that's a natural part of the psyche of the consumer. So that's okay. My perspective on events is slightly different because I do events. And I realize that with the amount of moving parts that you have in an event, sometimes you can look at something like Walkertown and be like, okay, I can see where there were things that could have been done better, and I can see where there was planning issues there.
Right.
From what I've heard, and this is just, you know, speaking to people within that space who were connected to the event, the technical on the second day with concerned a mixer or a sound mixer which had been brought in from Dubai. This is what I was told. During the rain, The guys didn't want to risk blowing that desk because it was a super expensive desk, whatever it is. So it was turned off, and it's one of those desks that takes hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to reconfigure. So they had to find an alternative locally, come in, and then the reason the sound was going on and off in between DJs is because they were actually configuring the sound desk live. So that's what it is, and I feel for them because I know at the end of the day, I remember when Chronix came, that time when he came with his own sound engineer. This guy did things I had never seen in my life. Like he had this iPad on a stick and he was going to eat up the speakers and measuring this, coming back down, adjusting something. Then he had this other sonic thing that he was doing around the whole venue.
Yeah.
But on the night of the event,
Sound.
you could see why
Crisp.
he did all of that. I still believe that in all of the events that I've ever done, that was probably sonically was one of the best events I've ever done. But we couldn't take credit for the sound engineer because that guy was, even me and John were like, surely what is this guy doing?
Tara.
He was mad.
But
Like he was
tell.
doing also, but then you on the night you could hear what was going on. So when you're looking at someone like Rema, so Rema performed I guess with that desk on the night before, and Rema's now. I want guys to stop looking at Rema like an Afrobeat. He's a superstar.
Superstar.
Yeah.
He's a
Fans
proper
other stage
superstar.
built by a Kenyan on that was dope.
Is what I'm trying to say. So he's a superstar. Rema's a superstar by far. So we look to about big acts. The smallest act on that bill was Ardi, in my
Man.
opinion.
Yep.
The smallest act on that bill was Ardi. So I feel sorry for the people who went down there, but we have to also be very honest with ourselves. In Nairobi, we like to gas ourselves, and sometimes we'll tell you, hey, we're better compared to our neighbors with this, with this, with this, with this. Kenya does not have venues. Every event you do, you're literally going to build. Can you imagine if it's like a campsite. Imagine you say, I'm going for a holiday in Naivasha. Oh, let me take my tent and let me build my shower and build my this. Every time you do an event, you're having to build something. And the thing about it is, it's like, if you think about it, we also want to come out at night.
Yeah.
Wireless festival, 50, 60, 70, 100,000 people. By 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, that's over. All of these events you see overseas, the bigger they are, they're daytime. Apart from Afro Nation, because that's a black event.
Yeah.
Even Afro
But it goes
Nation
to the day as well.
Yeah,
Goes
you're
to the
right,
day as
you're
well.
right,
You know what I'm trying to say?
Day
but,
boy.
yeah, but we need to understand that we don't have the facilities. Like, end of the day, Rema should have been on stage at 5 o'clock.
True.
There's nothing, and we have to change that culture until you know, there's talks about venues being built similar to what they have in Rwanda with the basketball arena. Until it's built, until it's up and running, until I know these guys up at Gong Road have tried the dome thing, but they haven't sorted out their acoustics and their logistics.
Still some things.
But until somebody builds a perfect purpose-built venue where you're plug and play, when you go in there, you still have to probably put your sound and stuff in there, but it's treated in a way that there's no echo, the toilets are on site. We're just lying to ourselves. Because it's like trying to say, this is Rema. Suppose it was Burna Boy.
Okay.
And if it's Burna Boy, I'm telling you, there are guys who are saying, what is a ticket?
For why?
Oh, you're telling me, ticket for why? But I'm going to see Burna.
But I'm going to see Burna.
Come rain, come shine.
Yeah, I'm going to see Burna.
And I feel as if and when I'm talking about hate watch, I'm talking about generally. If you're not, like let's say you don't have the ticket,
Right.
or maybe the ticket that the one you were gonna get maybe didn't come through. You know, so I'm talking about it from like a different kind of perspective where whoever organized the event. You did well in some aspects. Like choosing the acts, beautiful. RD,
Yes.
like you cut across, that was amazing. But now when it comes to the other nitty-gritties, especially it being such a big company, let's say that, you know,
yeah.
we expect you to have all the resources at your, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
some
suppose,
things I expect you to at least make checks and balances and make sure they're good. So that's the part where I'm just like, oh, wow. They should have at least put in a bit more, and
Facts.
I don't refuse. And just to see also the other fiasco, because also for me personally, I don't love to see a stampede.
Right.
People are getting hurt no matter how it is. I don't like to see events go wrong because it just doesn't only taint the image of that event, but it also imbalances the whole industry.
No,
you know?
and I agree
And
with
that
you.
what happened. That's what happened the first time. Remember when Rema first came for an event and he was telling even the regular guys to remove the VIP, you know, but now it's a different kind of artist and a different kind of venue. So for me, I'm just like, it takes us back a bit. Not only that one event, but as an industry. Like, because there are people who right now are like, oh, if I go to the next event, there has to be some checks and balances, you know?
I would push back. And this I'm not trying to absolve anyone from blame.
Yeah.
But I would say to you, like, end of the day, yeah, if I was gonna do an event at scale, right, in this moment, there is one company, one event company that I could tell you I would have complete faith in to deliver. And the irony is, this company probably would not even accept a gig at that scale because they're clued up more towards the logistics of things. And that's John, Agency 63. Because if you look at all of the events that they've been involved in, there's a level of input that's gone into design. Fam, I mean, let's talk. Look at the Showmax launch. That was incredible. But it wasn't at 5,000 people. Probably people never heard about it. But when you look at the attention to detail to all of the... it wasn't just a bicycle with some flowers. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It was proper, interactive and stuff. So the point I'm trying to make is that give these guys who are known to do these things a chance to do these things.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is, it's like, and not only that, also event companies need to have brand care. You have to have brand care. You can't just say, I want to go and do Walkertown, or I want to go and do Tusker, what's it called, Oktoberfest, or I want to go and do whatever, simply because it's a big bag. No, you need to be able to push back and say to the brand, you know what? By the way, I've read the brand profile of Johnny Walker. It appeals to a particular audience. This is where it should be. This is where you want to go. I don't think you doing an event at mass is the way for you to secure your future consumer. I think maybe for you to secure your future consumer, do a smaller event that gives these guys a level of FOMO, saying, you know what, in 10 years' time, or in 5 years' time, or in 2 years' time, I'm going to be at Walkertown. But then when you're saying, yeah, we want to make this the biggest one ever, where is the brand care that comes from the side of the event organizer as well?
So you start with the end, you start with the goal.
Yes.
What are we trying to achieve?
What are we
here?
trying to achieve here? Because the thing about it is, it's like, end of the day, and this is just me speaking to, but I don't know the brand,
freestyle,
the brand profile of these things. But I know, for example, I'm guessing that in the life of vodkas, for example, I guess you have Chrome, which is a mass brand, I think. Yeah, is that correct?
Don't look at me.
I don't know. Oh yeah,
Chrome.
So yeah,
low
Chrome. Then you'd have maybe a Smirnoff. Then you'd have maybe you go up towards Ketel and these other high brand ones.
Big.
Every single one of those, they're all vodka, but they all have different brand stories and target segments.
Oh, segments,
You get me? So it's like one of those. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I understand.
So even the organizers need to be, hey. Push back at somebody. You're in a meeting, and I've been in these meetings, and it's like, well, okay, push back to somebody's brands and say, by the way, if you want 20,000 people, it's going to cost you this amount of money to deliver this thing safely.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, there are some things you need to pay attention to. Like, I remember once there was a venue on Gong Road that you knew if you were going to this venue, there's a stretch of walk that is very, it's not very secure. And I love events that went the extra mile to make sure there was security.
Lit.
Yes,
100%.
along that, because it goes more than just providing the experience. Because here in Kenya, yes, we are headline-centric when it comes to events, but also the person who has a car, you need to be like, yo, how is the security of the people? Because we don't want, we don't want situations where people lose their lives at events for us to reform. The kind of things we're trying to do.
I remember there's an event that we did, it's around 2012, 2013. I remember Safaricom had came in at the last moment and had given us some money. I think it was, the figures are relevant. how much money they gave us, right? And it was at Carnival, and we'd put lights from, and this is before the roads at Carnival had been redone.
Yeah.
Lights from your entry all the way down Langata, all the way back up towards the junction with Langata, and put cops the entire way down there, and put security the entire way down there. It was lit like a football match. Shout out to Homeboys, because we have those light towers. We lit the whole strip just so that as you're going back,
Yeah.
just so you're going back. Bro, we did an event in Kigali. Homeboys did an event in Kigali a while back. And to show you how long ago it was, P Square were the headliners. Bruh, do you know what I remember I was there. I don't know, was John there? Can't remember if John was there, but I know Mike was there and stuff. And the thing that hit me in the head the most was when the show was done, these young Rwandans were just walking out the studio going home. They had a great time. They were not worried about, hey, by the way, how do I get to the stage? Will I be, they look like, you know, when you just look at these people and they're happy.
Yeah.
That was can you imagine you've just seen your favorite artist perform and you can leave and say, yo, did you see what he did this?
Yeah.
Don't even struggle.
Yeah, a group of suspicious guys somewhere chilling.
Yeah, we just know.
We need to do better.
Yeah, we also
yeah,
need to do
I'm with
better. You know, us Gen Zs and millennial, I understand going into an event free is a vibe at the time, but you also have to take into account a lot of things, as you said, people getting hurt, you know, Jua. So all those things are fun and games, but we also have to put ourselves at a different standards. Like, what standard is stampeding? You understand? If you actually love your artist, just go out there and do the thing. Now,
No. I'm not condoning stampeding, by the way.
Yeah, what are you condoning?
But I'm not condoning anything.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is you also have to understand there's an economic factor. Music, yeah? no, hear me.
Yes, there's economic, but G, you're actually enabling the stampede.
No, I'm not enabling. I'm not enabling guys. I'm not trying to enable guys. I'm saying that music cuts across money.
Yeah.
You get me? And I'm not trying to say that the guys who can't afford tickets shouldn't go, whatever.
No,
But
they
I'm just,
shouldn't.
they shouldn't go.
Yeah,
I am
just
trying to
stay
say,
at
sorry.
home,
I am saying they shouldn't go. There should be no stampedes.
Yeah.
But you have to look at these guys and say, end of the day, life is hard anyway.
Eat it up,
Bro,
man. Eat it
life
up.
is hard. I remember, guys always say
I'm
that
not
life is hard.
condoning, by the way, very clearly.
Yes, not condoning nothing, no violence, no. It's just like, the way, Mtaani guys say the reggae events are the events that, guys are not. But those events are packed. Guys go there, guys
and
pay.
the most peaceful.
Guys pay, guys wave their flag. Guys do.
You might see a strange cloud somewhere there.
You understand,
You know what time it is.
Yeah, but also big up to the event organizers, as you said, John, people who are actually putting it on. Mudoni Drama Queen with, I feel as if Blankets has really also come a long way.
Yeah.
And they're also doing their thing. I love the organization that they've had. Even this new thing of introducing the transport buses to the venue, instead of, catering to everyone. Sikila mse ako na gari, So I love the fact that, there are pioneers or there are people who are going that extra mile, and we are glad also dancehall versus Afrobeats,
Yeah. And yeah, like I say, man, guys,
save.
Guys, help these brands to understand where we're living, because at the end of the day, it's one of those ones where you can be in a boardroom with some people who've got the greatest ideas. Sometimes you, as the event organizers, bring these guys back to life and say, okay, Sawa, this is an amazing idea that you have, but you may have to reel it in a bit just because of the fact. And for those brands who really want to contribute to the culture and to the building of the culture in this country, don't do no shows for 2 years.
Just relax.
Take that money and build a branded venue like the O2 Arena, like Madison Square Gardens.
Wow.
And call it the Johnny Walker Arena. And start giving us the places to do these events.
Yeah.
True.
And say you're gonna build this thing, and every single event that goes in there, you have the naming rights. Maybe you even own the bars, whatever. But build the arena that we deserve in Nairobi, that we can now secure, that we can now deliver the light shows and the, like, you know, when you go to like these places, the experience.
Experience
You know, but
is
you
really-
can't
Like
do.
I see clubs in Vegas and
Yeah.
I'm jealous, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
jealous.
you can't do that in an A-frame tent in the middle of a waterlogged field.
Yeah, it
We
becomes
have to
hard.
go watch it with gumboots, bro.
It's like,
Yeah.
and for these people who kill for VIP and VVIP, realistically, how much more can you enhance the experience
Yeah.
in a tent, in a field?
Yeah. How many white leather couches can you fit?
No,
for
that
guys-
artist better sleep in my bed tonight.
Yeah, provide the experience. And
Yeah.
G, you've talked about culture. You know, there's Offset and Cardi B who have a child called Culture, and Offset and Cardi B have really been going in on the internet. If you're not, if you're not up to the time, it's been one of those ones where you don't want to hear some of these things, but it is what it
We're
is.
here now.
Yeah, know. So Offset and Cardi B have been going through a bit of a tussle online, and it involves, just cheating. It involves
When pregnant.
getting pregnant.
Also.
So Cardi B and Offset are not on, best terms right now. So Cardi B did go live, and she was, just saying the way Offset is not being a good husband, blah blah blah.
Offset
being a
was in
good
the comments.
father. Yeah, and then
He was in
Offset's
the
in the
viewers.
comments, And the interesting part, or the interesting thing that Offset wrote in the comments, I guess, had to be the fact that he was telling or asking Cardi B to tell the world that she had sex with a baby like when she was pregnant, she went out there and had sex. So that's the...
Well, she had sex before the baby was in there too, apparently.
I mean, someone had to put it there.
Exactly.
So it's one of those ones. So that was a huge issue online. Even the fact that after that statement, Cardi did come out and she tweeted out, which sounded sarcastic, and she did say "and did." So I don't know what Jen saw you.
And Twips have associated that with the allegations that she slept with Takeoff. Because it's one of the allegations that came from the other side. And that tweet and did, it could mean a lot. But there's a lot to unpack when it comes
There's
to
a
this.
hell of a lot to unpack.
Okay, on the surface, are you guys joining your Shodi's live? Like, you guys are not in the best terms and you see Shodi going live.
Did he join?
Yeah. And
Like
not with a banner account, his main account.
Like they went live face
No,
to face?
no, he was just in the live but comments, like maybe commenting 1, 2, 3. I don't know if me and Shodi are not in good terms. I don't know if I'm joining or I'm hopping onto her live
needs
to
to
just
be a
see what
pseudo
go on.
account.
Yeah, it needs to be a pseudo account or something.
I don't know. I think that
You know what? No, scratch that. I'm joining. Yeah, no,
yeah,
I'm here.
exactly.
I'm here. No, I'm here. Say what you have to
Say
say.
it with chest.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
I just think that like, don't these guys have like friends though? Like, honestly, like if
Why?
all right, Andy, let's say that. Let's use you or let's use Neville. Let's say anybody in this room. Who's the most dramatic? Fisherman. So let's see.
Oh, his name is Fisherman now.
Yeah. So let's say
Now I take a son.
let's see Fisherman is beefing with a chick on his IG. Like, and it's wild. The accusations are wild. And I can see that on the IG.
Yeah,
He's
that's
in his
small.
yard.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
And I know
small.
where his yard is. I don't know who'd get their first meal, Austin. What the fuck? What, bruh? I'm taking your phone, bro.
What? No,
Why?
Screenshots.
No.
Screenshots.
Air it
I
out.
am
Group chat.
bro.
That's illegal and wash it.
Yeah, group chat.
Yo,
Wagwan.
this isn't just,
Hanging line. Put those dirty linen here.
bro. This is not just anyone we're talking about. This is like one of the biggest
Yeah, artists.
artists in the world,
of the
bro.
biggest.
Two of the biggest artists in the world,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. So, let them go at it, bro.
They have management, like no management, no friends.
Bro, these people have been doing this since time immemorial. It's nothing new. We can't say that right now. It's nothing new. The first time it was like a public spectacle was when Offset was trying to make it up to Shodi when she was performing live on stage, with the
I remember that,
flowers
yeah.
and the
The
gestures.
cheating.
Bro, exactly. They have been taking us through this, so guys kind of feel entitled, and no one asked for it, but they're getting it nonetheless. No one pointed a gun at Cardi and Offset and told them, hey, you need to wash your dirty linen in public. Go now. No.
Right.
They're just doing it right now. But here's my theory. 9 times out of 10, I'll always go to this, but it's rollout. I'm waiting for Cardi to drop.
What, baby?
Music.
That's
That's so obvious.
Because why now? I mean, they recently got a baby, right?
Right.
But why now? Why is everything happening right now?
Yeah, but let me
I'm
ask
just
you a
waiting
question.
for either a project or a heavy single from Cardi.
Bro, but let me ask you a question. Like, if you have to go to that extent
Yeah.
to get promo,
Yeah.
surely you're in the wrong industry.
No, that's what rollout is nowadays,
Yeah.
bro.
See,
You
the
think that
talkability.
You're not exempt.
Fam,
Yeah.
she could just drop nudes.
But she won't.
Yeah,
She's
but
a
she
mom.
won't. It's
And
like
she had that.
Oh,
she
she's
did
a
that.
mom.
She did that. Yeah.
She's a mom.
yeah, she
Yeah.
knows that won't work. She'll
Yeah.
just say hack.
She's done with that life, bro. She doesn't
But-
need to do all that. So
G, you see,
it's
like
something different.
You see, like right now, G, if like our episodes drop on Fridays and whatnot,
Right.
If like before the episode drops, like let's say Thursday, you have a gig somewhere, wherever it is, and you do something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or you do something captivating
Yes.
to the audience.
The numbers are
the
on
numbers will definitely be
Look
spiking.
when Ashley and Nimrat had their beef,
Oh,
they went platinum, triple platinum.
You know,
What?
guys won't care about the
Is that bad?
talkability. No, it's okay.
yeah, that is mad.
Trying to cover you by now. But yeah, it's exactly the same way. So her numbers will, especially the fact that she's not been in the
I need
game.
to know why that's bad. It's still there. Has it been taken down?
No.
It's still on the channel.
So yeah, you were saying. you
Yeah,
were
so
saying.
it's a thing in the game where it's purposeful and sometimes it's not. So whenever you're going through a lot, you know, guys are like G when you announced your retirement from radio and stuff. I'm sure guys were yearning to hear what we're gonna say on the next
Yeah,
episode
and you
of the
hyped
pod.
it up from Monday. You knew
Right.
the last show was
Exactly,
on Friday.
so-
No, leave alone even Monday. Months before.
On
I remember
lockdown session.
what you were plotting. You know, for that show.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
actually pulled it off because it's not a coincidence Kina Bien were there. It's
you
not
know,
a coincidence
so-
the studio was full,
Yeah,
of
you
guys
know.
who mean a lot to you, you know.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. If this is how artists are going about this nowadays, then
but
let's show you how it's done.
Wow.
Let's show you how it's done.
Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me.
Also, this is just allegedly. We are not saying this is facts. You know, we're just.
This
freestyling.
just reminds me of like, do you remember there's a time when this is, and I remember this thing so vividly. So what people probably don't know is that I actually quit Radio Africa in February last year. My resignation, I resigned.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Last year,
February last year.
2023.
2023. Yeah, I
God
quit
damn.
and I sent in my resignation and all that stuff, right? And then, I had conversations with blah, 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 blah. I ended up staying, right? The day after I sent my resignation in,
Now back in 2023.
this is in 2023, right?
Okay.
Is the day when Obina and Eric Omondi were in the studio. And I don't know if you guys remember that day that it was such a hullabaloo. Guys had come with dogs and this. It was on Kiss.
Hey, where was I?
It was on Kiss. It was on Kiss. Eric had been, you remember? Eric,
You remember?
yeah, they
Damn.
staged the fight and stuff.
Oh yeah, they did the fight thing.
Right,
I
remember that thing,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Now here's the thing. I remember coming out of that studio and seeing all of that nonsense and saying to the program controller, "This is why I'm leaving.
Because
this
don't
is
wanna do all
nonsense.
that. Yeah.
I will. This is nonsense. This is why I'm leaving. You get me? Yeah. For me, I understand showbiz, and I understand all of that stuff, right? And I understand that, Cardi has done this before. Offset gave her flowers on stage when she's performing. They've been going back and forth.
Yeah.
But this was nasty, bro. This was like,
Yeah.
this is bringing in a dead man.
Yeah.
Like, this is bringing in,
Yeah.
hey, come.
Wagwan.
We need you.
And I like the fact that in all that fiasco, there's a certain text
Corporate
that
body.
No, look at the colors.
They matched. What the fuck?
Look at the colors.
Look at us.
Yeah, look at the colors.
Hi, kids. Have you missed me?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're just talking
Yay.
about Takeoff and Offset.
And you walked in at the right time.
Offset. R.I.P.
Let me tell you.
Tell us. Talk to us.
Wait,
What's-
let me
what's the-
breathe. Oh, fuck.
You can breathe. So anyway, don't forget, we'll come back. Give her a chance to say,
Like, check
like,
us out.
share, subscribe. Now, let me tell you something truthfully about the subscriptions. So many of you guys are stealing our subscriptions, man. As in, you're watching, but you're not subscribed to the channel. What fuckery is that? As in, you come here every single week. You click on the Good Company
Easy.
channel. You click on this thing.
Free content.
You watch us. You watch all of this thing, and you can't give us one little dege subscription.
Muizi.
No, guys, you guys are thieves. Stop stealing from us.
Yeah, don't be like that guy.
You don't steal. We don't. There's no hashtag.
Wow,
Good company
damn.
must go.
Lol.
Please stop. Stop what you're doing right now and subscribe to this shit.
Like it too.
Thank you. Now you cool?
All right. So what are we talking about? Offset and Cardi B.
Yeah.
Honey, let me tell you, this is a real definition of men cheat, but then, okay, I mean, it was messy for sure. But then when they find out their girls have been cheating too,
Crush out.
call it a cry fest. I mean, I was here for it though.
That's a different angle.
And also, if there's allegations that she cheated with your homie,
Who's dead?
I don't
Yeah.
think she cheated with him.
yeah,
I think they just had a very good relationship, right? And he was almost like the place where she goes to.
The
That's
safe
what they
space.
all say.
Yeah,
That's what
safe
Isn't
space.
isn't it the
A
shoulder to
shoulder to
cry
put-
on?
yeah.
Is
Yeah,
dick to ride
I
on?
mean,
or you can put your legs on it.
I mean, yeah, both ways it works, right? As long as I can cry on them.
What about
That's
what
what
about
tears at the end of the
There
day.
shall be tears
what
at the
about
end of the day.
the allegations of her, getting it down when she's
When she's
pregnant?
Listen, sex while pregnant is highly advisable.
Yes, yes,
Like,
it
can
is.
poke the baby.
No, how are you poking the baby?
Someone said maybe gonna grab the dick.
If anything,
Mujulu bang.
come here.
Naitwa bakora.
If anything, actually, women who are
Hii
about
bakora inafika mpaka kwa tumbo. Hii bakora inafika, rearranging your organs.
Have you smashed a pregnant woman before? And
This is
would
not
you?
about me.
No, just
Yeah, I'm making
answer.
it about you now.
This is not about me.
Have you?
This is not about me.
So you have.
I didn't say
Denial
that.
is
You
not.
didn't say you did.
when you're
Denial
at
is
it.
acceptance.
Let me tell you, women are actually advised if you want to get that baby out faster, have a little bit of sex. I'm serious. Like,
I'm
but with
with
your-
you. I believe you.
yeah.
I believe you.
So, I mean, go
Those are
ahead.
nice, baby. Those are nice.
Pokey,
Oh shit, I
pokey.
forgot I was wearing
They're
them.
fire.
Yours too, honey.
I'm just saying that
I like
it's a
them.
lot. Like it's a lot for us to have to deal with all of this. Like I draw the line when you're gonna like Takeoff can't even defend himself. He can't even say it wasn't me. Like Shaq, yeah. He can't even say it was. He can't even say it wasn't me.
Yeah,
You
just
get
have
me?
to
That's
die with
crazy.
it.
Like, hey, do you know the psychological seed planted in his name Takeoff? In Takeoff's head. He's like
Offset.
Offset.
Offset's head.
Yeah.
He's just like when we were doing one of these ad libs.
Everything is a lie.
It was about my babe.
Oh my goodness.
The whole time. And there's a reason as to why he's called Takeoff.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
One take, bro. That's all it takes.
Wow.
I'm a take off with the okay, but nah, it's just
Wow.
Just
Also,
jokes.
there's a text message that leaked that had me thinking about so many things. So in the
You have
Offset-
all the tea, huh?
No, you didn't see it?
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh shit! So
Cool.
there's a text that Cardi put out that Offset was asking Cardi if he could be on FaceTime with her as he nyongas the monkey.
Yeah. Like,
As he
could I
walks
bust
one
a
off.
nut with you on the other side? Why would you expose me?
a
I'm
nice
to us.
Wait,
That's when
Offset?
I knew Offset is at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah,
Offset
Offset was
was-
asking Cardi
In a
if
text.
he could bust a nut when she was still on the phone.
On FaceTime.
Imagine,
Wow.
imagine where you have to be with a babe for her to excite you that much that you don't need to be here physically. I just need you on the other side of the phone for me to finish this business.
Oh,
Into
damn.
lows.
Us
Crazy.
nigga, we do that. We
Yeah.
text. We text
No, but
like that,
listen,
bro.
I would understand why. There's some people who just get you there,
Yeah.
you know? So
But if we are
I'm gonna-
not, what if we are not amicable?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, for the nut.
You
Oh, you
would?
do it.
Yeah.
Actually,
For the
that's
nut?
why. Yeah, you're a strong
For the
man.
culture.
That's
Oh
the
my
child.
God.
That's
I mean, just come through just a little
Culture.
bit.
You have one culture already.
Okay, that's true, but no.
By the talking about
Would you smash a pregnant woman, bro?
What are we going back there for?
Neville, have you?
what?
Would you?
Yeah, I agree, G. We move on. So talking about
Wow.
culture,
Niggas is dropping shit in studio.
I think
Just
it's-
debating the question.
it's the
Ask you if you
Kenyan.
would.
It's the Kenyan.
That's-
Would you allow?
So you were
Yeah, it's the Kenyan culture.
on.
Yeah, it's the Kenyan culture to ask for loans and to receive loans.
That's
So-
the same way.
and talking about loans, it recently did news did come out or break that Hustler Fund will start now because there's been many defaulters. They're saying it's upwards of just 7 or 6 billion. Government, is that right? Yeah, so so many
Government.
defaulters. So
Kama government ilipi deni zake, sisi ni nani?
so
If the
hustler funds
government is not paying its own debts.
So one of the methods they want to, introduce to recover said money is to access M-Pesa, airtime balance, just deduct from all these many
Guys,
places.
That's wild.
Guys, let's
gonna snatch a woman
let's
next
break this
for
down.
collateral.
Let's break it down. First of all, can we agree the hustler fund was a very bad idea?
Yeah.
Yep.
In the sense of like, if you see how digital loan apps have had a whole generation by the balls. Like, they were going into your, when you sign up, they go into your phone, they call your mom, your friends. Do you know, by the way, G Money has not paid all of that nonsense. And in the backdrop of that, you thought it would be a good idea to say, okay, we'll have a hustler fund for all this money that people can get money from. First of all, in the mentality of many guys, it's like, this is government money. This is ours. This is our money.
Yeah.
This time you're finally giving me access to 1,000
money.
bob.
My money.
Of my money.
You're giving me
5,000
I'm
bob.
taking it.
You're mad. I'm taking it. But the wider question is, okay, so they're having problems getting guys to pay back. I'm sure the majority of people are paying back. Is it like a small?
Okay, they're introducing this method because a small
percentage.
percentage is paying back.
So you tell me, what's the difference between a mobile loan company calling your mum and calling your friends and saying that G has not paid his whatever they were called in those days loan,
Yeah.
then you going into my M-Pesa and taking my money? You tell me what's worse.
I feel as if you going into my M-Pesa and
It's
take
worse.
it.
Yeah, it's way worse.
Tell the man
Yes.
them I have money. Yeah.
They call that an option.
Yes, no,
That is good.
it's worse because the thing about it is, let me tell you something. I might have 2,000 bob in my M-Pesa account, and I've got to pay for the urgent treatment of something. Urgent, life and death, right? Life and death, yeah? And when I open to get to the counter to pay for this medicine, I'm paying for my inhaler.
Oh, damn.
I'm paying for my inhaler, my Ventolin inhaler that I must take every single night because I'm asthmatic. I get to the counter, I go to pay. Oh, the 2,000 that I've hustled to pay for my medication, 1,700 is gone because the government and the phone company have decided that it's okay for you to be able to go into my M-Pesa. Are you mad? What next?
Yeah, government said fuck the asthma, bro.
Yeah.
Die, bitch. Inhaling the afterlife, bitch.
Yo, by the way, that's the name of the podcast. Die, bitch. Do you know what I mean? But do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
and then you ask yourself the question, bro. What next?
Your wife.
Why your wife? Why have you?
Andy said they're coming for your wife.
Why have you even given me an M-Pesa pin?
In the first place.
Why are we here?
Actually, it beats the logic of it.
Doesn't M-Pesa supposed to be the
Wanasema
Number
pin
ya
yako ni
siri,
siri yako.
siri yako.
They say your pin is your secret.
And they're
Yes.
giving out your
What a
secret.
secret. Hakuna siri ya watu wawili.
imagine? And it's a very, 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 very
Worrying trend.
crazy precedent. I don't know if it's happening already, but you think about it, fam. And I say this as a observer. The day that M-Pesa allows people who are owed money to deduct money directly from is the day that brand loses all credibility. Because you know what now? I will not trust you anymore.
Yeah.
I won't.
It's very invasive.
It's like, for example, it's like, back in the day how you'd go to child support court, right? Well, you guys will know.
Do tell.
But you go to child support court, and you haven't paid your child support, and they'll put an attachment to your earnings. So literally, let's say that you're earning 100,000, the court will put an attachment to your earnings
Court order.
as a court order, right? Some guys would even leave a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys would
They'd even
escape,
leave
yeah?
the job. They'd be
Doing
like,
that up
okay,
place.
so what? You're paying me 100K, and before I even pay anything, you're taking 20K out of my sour.
I'm not
and you're
working.
Unemployed, yeah.
So I'm unemployed too.
Oh, so no money can go. Okay. But wouldn't you still be required to pay?
From what?
Okay,
don't
I mean,
have
you don't have any
It's a very
earnings.
interesting game because the government keeps borrowing money, but now we are the ones who are supposed to keep replenishing
for
that money to pay back, blah, blah, blah.
Now,
and all
here's the
that.
next question now.
Yeah.
Right? After we do all of that, what's next?
Yeah.
The next thing is like, okay, Sawa, so it now becomes a case of I've sent
Fisherman.
50,000, right?
When did he become a fisherman?
Am I now worried about, you know, is it maybe fisherman owes somebody some money?
Yeah.
Now it's deducted or how or
I have
whatever.
access to M-Pesa.
Yeah, because I
Give me
think
that shit, man.
that's what
What's
is gonna be
next?
next. It's gonna
But
be
yeah,
like,
Milan, nigga.
what?
I can go to
What's
this
next?
said mobile company and tell them someone has my debt and they should give me access to their M-Pesa. That's what is gonna be
Where
next.
does it stop?
Where does it stop?
Until the country is sold.
We sell each
Fam,
other.
do you know
yeah.
how
You'll
important?
find the country in listings pale limited
But like,
companies.
naweza pata hii country na 50 bob.
Do you know how important M-Pesa is
Yeah.
to this economy? Do you know how important it is for? Do you know how, bruh? It's the lifeblood
Yeah.
of the economy. M-Pesa is not to be played with. It's not to be played with. And the minute people start to distrust M-Pesa, it's the end of that, bruh.
Yeah. Because so
I'm not-
much money runs through M-Pesa.
I'm not saying that people should take loans and not pay back.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that I have a relationship between my M-Pesa right now. For example, like Andy just sent me 50K. That's a contract between me and Andy. And nobody needs. I can tell you, like, Andy sent me 50K right now. Ask me for 10K.
Give me 10K.
Boy, I'm broke, you know.
Let me call Safari. Oh, let me call M-Pesa.
You understand what I'm saying?
Let me call and
Yeah.
ask if you really are broke. Is he broke for real?
You understand where does it end?
Nitumia 10 hapo.
Oh yeah,
No,
take for me
toa
10.
tano yako.
Yeah, send it this way. So we should, and it's such a, as you said, it's such a sad state of affairs, and that it's a worrying trend, left, right, and center. You know, even when you see the new things that the government and the new deductions that are being added, you're just like, yo. We
What
need
then?
to,
Yeah.
you know, let's
a
not
lot,
go
man.
back. Let's try and go
Can
forward.
we just have a month of like we don't, you politicians shut
And
up.
the government's in Q4.
Yeah, they want to add their term to
They're coming
7.
for you.
Yeah,
They
nigga.
want to add their term to
Was that
7
fake
years.
news or real? Was that real news?
What?
The term change thing.
They do want to do it. Public participation has been required. Guys, the MPs and president, I'm sure they didn't want to make it to the president only. So it's the
Yeah.
MPs and the president. They want to extend from 5 years to 7 years term, plus
That's
some
like-
more things in there like like prime minister offices, a lot of things. But public participation is this month. And let me tell you, this country, I don't know.
I like how things are being cooked up as we move.
Yeah, like, let me just say, we are at a state where it's...
Being run like a soccer.
Anyway, let me switch it up.
Yeah, let's just
Something
move from
random.
there.
On the day of recording, it's the National Name Your Car Day. So I don't know if you guys have named your cars. I'm interested to know.
I have a name for my baby.
What's the name of your
Baby Blue.
Baby Blue. Wow, okay.
Very
Wow.
simple.
Wow.
Very.
Okay. Have you named the new baby?
No,
Also,
I,
Baby Blue does. Baby Blue is she, he,
They, them.
they, them. Wow.
Yeah, it
no.
doesn't necessarily have a. Yeah. They
like
them.
that.
I've never named. I have named cars before, but this one I've never named.
No? Okay.
Yeah,
So nameless, okay. Huh?
Yeah. Wahoo. Oh.
Baby
that's why it's
later.
now nameless.
Nameless Wahoo.
So one is nameless, other one is Wahoo. I like.
There we go.
My cars are now named.
Finally.
Finally.
Yeah, talking-
Where daddy, yo?
yeah, oh, nah, never. I don't know, never that. The only thing that amazed me about getting a car is I didn't know I would want to sleep inside my car the
What?
first day I bought it.
Oh,
You didn't know you wanted to sleep inside
Yeah.
the car.
I just
The
didn't
first
want
day
to
you bought
sleep
it.
in my bed anymore. I was just like, yo, this is something new. Can I just sleep in this car just
excitement.
the
the
excitement?
excitement of it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
That's
just some
nice.
nonsensical thing. Yeah, but,
Nice.
yeah. It's just like when also I bought the PS5. I could
Ulala,
lala the whole day, the whole night. And talking about kutolala and giving sleepless nights. So a recent study did say that men with beards are considered less trustworthy than men without. So research has been done, and imesemekana that the way beards influence trustworthiness can depend on factors like culture, context, and even the type of beard. So according to study, clean-shaven men are considered up to 3 times more trustworthy than those of beards. Only 13% visual facial hair was considered trustworthy.
You know why? Because they know I can get hoes with that haircut. bro. They know with that
Wow.
beard, I can get home.
Language.
So
This-
Also, not all
my
niggas
fault,
trustworthy,
my fault.
huh?
Women.
Yeah. Plus this beard in between your legs.
Can I-
It's, you know,
Oh,
serves a
God.
good purpose. Oh.
Can
No,
I?
you cannot.
Can I end the pod?
No.
Wait,
Why? Because you have
not
a
quite
beard.
finished. Not quite
No, because
finished.
none of y'all can be
wait.
trusted.
No, wait a minute.
What you mean?
I'm gonna tell you honestly, like you know how much effort it takes going to grow a beard. Who have you grown this beard for? Did I think I woke up and then, let me grow this beard for myself? Fam, have you seen me?
I'm going
like
to eat it at night.
I'm gonna tell you something, yeah. The likelihood of me cheating without a beard is very slim. Fam, breach. Have you guys
You
seen
strike
me?
when the iron is hot.
Have you guys?
Have you seen
How
me?
long ago was it? Like, it was like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I got my beard off.
Disaster.
It's coming along real
All your
nice.
makeup was gone.
Disaster.
You're looking so bad, G. Like,
You're doing the statistics.
Honestly speaking, it says a lot to the men that I pick.
but you prefer a bearded guy, right?
I highly prefer a bearded guy. I like touching.
Yeah. So it's
It
a lot
feels
of
nice. Yeah, it looks
My
nice.
nigga does go for like a
It's like, oh wow, beautiful.
See, I was just taken, taken by the beard.
So what?
There he is.
There is money. Finally, you have
because the
arrived
beard
to
is
the
back,
party.
huh?
So what?
It's
So
because the
what?
beard is back, huh?
I've got a beard. I'm gonna cheat.
Deal with
And
it.
so what?
I've got a beard.
I will be trustworthy.
So wait,
Yeah.
wait. Technically, what you're telling me is that men without beards are less likely to cheat.
And are trustworthy. You can trust them with anything.
okay. So any man with a beard should not be trusted and will cheat on you. Okay.
Like,
It was like, make it
what are you
make sense.
thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean it says a lot for my future, but
I don't think it does because niggas will be niggas at the end of the day.
but
Niggas
that's
are
true.
gonna cheat.
That's
Niggas
true.
are gonna
So
lie.
Okay, I think
this is the point
beard or
here.
not.
we're arguing the wrong side of the coin.
I agree. This is the point here. Do not have any expectations for men with beards.
No. The
No,
question,
don't have any
no,
expectations.
No,
Full
Period.
stop.
No, the question is, and women, and I look at the camera while I say this. You women have to really let us know. Let us know, because at the end of the day, we have to really, really have your best interest at heart.
Agreed.
So here's the question: the question is, women, I'm putting the ball in your court,
Hey, okay.
right? You tell us, does it hurt more to get cheated on from a man with a beard or without
without a beard?
without the beard? It's for you to let
decide.
us know.
It's
I love
giving
it.
every man with a beard needs a Cardi B in his life.
Yeah, you gotta cheat up, not down.
Needs a Cardi B in his life.
Before we wrap though,
And yeah, oh.
before we wrap though,
Far from.
hey, I'm going to the door. Before we wrap,
Before you go there, G.
Yo,
Just
delete
one
this
more
shit, man.
study,
What
yeah.
is this?
Just one more study. So, according to another study, apart from that one for the beards, according to some studies, the best age to get married is between the ages of 28 and 32. Andy, what are you saying?
The money.
nonsense.
Yo, stop with these studies.
Nonsense.
Before you
Who are you
release this
interviewing, man?
study,
I did not even interview.
Yo, listen, the best time to get married is when you're ready.
when you're ready.
I agree.
That's as simple as that. It's like, end of the day, we've seen the roadmap of
Yeah.
all of our friends and the people, your peer group of people.
Plus, yeah.
It's the side eye.
Yeah.
The bombastic side eye.
Ashley is like, yeah, those guys in
Okay.
marriages are looking for relationships as much as us single people.
I'll rephrase that. I'll rephrase that. I know too many people who are married who should not be.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you tell them?
That's a better way to put
Hey,
it.
it's not for me.
Not for you.
Let me tell
DJ and get the bag.
Would you tell your homie? Would you be honest with your homie?
And say that
If
you're
he's about to lock it down and you're like, nah, man, I don't think. Nah.
No. I will never intervene in that situation there. But at the end of the day, you got to be honest. If your homie's married and he's cheating and he's around you, then he shouldn't be married.
Now that's a different thing. So
It's not a different
if
thing.
that's your reason, then okay, I will take it.
No. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, like, fam, this. Anyway, let me just
Say your
this.
piece.
I'm
Speak
just
your
saying
piece,
that at the
bro.
end of the day, like I wouldn't say like I have a lot of friends who are married and cheating, but I know. I can't say. Hey,
So
On
finish
that
up. There was
note-
something you were saying on the board. There was something you were saying on the board.
I'm done. I'm just saying, you know what, by the way, last week I gave them the benefit of the doubt, but fuck shits and giggles. No, I don't really mean that bad, because it's still one of my favorite podcasts.
Yeah.
But I saw a clip, I think it's in the group, where they were talking about Supercell.
Yeah.
And they were talking about they're gonna wait until the other races have watched it before they give the review. I kind of felt bad about that, and and they were like, how it's very black, it's very South London, it's very this, it's very that. I get it, because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with being all of these things. And I'm from South London as well, so like I wasn't saying I'm from South London, but that's where I did my thing. So my whole thing about it was I didn't like that at all, because it made it feel. I see their line of thought, but again, the expression of it made it seem like, yeah, so until the whites and the Asians and the other races have watched it, we can't think. And also, I think, outside of that, I think Supercell, for what it was, if you have anybody who suffers from sickle cell, there are people who didn't know what sickle cell was until they watched Supercell. So it's part of a wider global conversation taking place right now about raising the awareness of sickle cell. So I didn't like that.
Yeah, for me, when I had that same conversation, I thought of Top Boy, and I was like, Top Boy is such an iconic, series, and it's still, based in
South
London,
and
in
whatever,
South, and it still shows the culture, and they talk like that, and the world still embraces it, no matter whether you know.
And it's
black,
very real.
and it's very real.
Those estates are not made up just for fucking Top Boy.
Yeah.
That's the estates we grew up on.
Yeah, so for
You
me,
know what I
that
mean?
argument,
So I didn't like that.
Yeah,
I didn't like that.
Yeah, I guess it's just still shits and giggles.
There you go.
Yeah.
Listen, man. My name's G Money.
Neville.
Andy.
Ashley.
This has been the Mics Are Open. Peace.
Yes, sir. Adios, muchachos.